The Vanity of Rat by Y.T. Pune. A long time ago, there lived a rat couple who had one daughter. Since they had no other children, they gave her everything. When it became time for their daughter to marry, they wanted only the best husband for her. They thought about all the rats that they knew, but none of them were good enough for their daughter. One day, Mr. Rat said to his wife, "I know who will make the perfect husband for our daughter. The sun." "The sun?" asked Mrs. Rat. "Why do you think the sun will make a good husband?" "Because there is none more powerful in the world than the sun," said the husband. Yes, yes. The sun is the most powerful. He's bright as well. Let's ask him at once," said Mrs. Rat. The two rats went out into their garden where the sun was shining. "Oh, Mr. Sun!" they called, trying to keep their eyes open as they looked up into the sky. "Yes, what can I do for you?" replied the sun. "Should you accept? My wife and I would like to offer you our daughter's hand in marriage," said Mr. Rat proudly. "I'm honored," said Mr. Sun. "But why do you want me to marry your daughter?" "Because you are so powerful and magnificent," said Mr. Rat, while Mrs. Rat nodded her head in agreement. "Well, I'm pleased that you think so highly of me," said Mr. Sun, "but there is one that is more powerful than me." "Who might that be?" asked Mr. Rat. "Why, Mr. Cloud, of course. I am powerless when he covers me." "Yes, so true," said Mr. Rat, nodding over and over. "Come on, dear," he said. "Let's go see Mr. Cloud." They climbed up a nearby mountain over which a big cloud hung in the sky. They called to Mr. Cloud and telling him what Mr. Sun had said, offered their daughter's hand in marriage. Again, the couple received a much different answer than what they were expecting. Mr. Cloud said, "What the sun says is true. However, I am powerless when I meet Mr. Wind. Wherever he blows, I must go." Yes, of course, said Mr. and Mrs. Rat. They then set out to find Mr. Wind. Coming down the mountain, they found Mr. Wind in a grove of trees. "I am strong," he told them on hearing their story. "I can make a big tree fall over or blow down a house. I can shake up an ocean. But try as I may, I can't move a stone Buddha." "Then we'll have to just ask a stone Buddha," said Mr. Rat. So Mr. and Mrs. Rat hurried down the mountain to the stone Buddha standing near their village. "Well, I'm flattered that you want me to marry your daughter," said Mr. Stone Buddha. "But I don't think I'm right for her either. I am indeed strong and Mr. Wind can't move me, but I am no means the strongest of them all. There is one that can make me fall over easily. The very thought of it's making me shake already." "Please, Mr. Stone Buddha," said Mr. Rat, "please tell us who." "None other than you and your cousins the mole," said Mr. Stone Buddha. "You and your cousins are very strong. Why, if you burrow under my feet, I'll fall over and I'll land on my head. I am no match for you," said Mr. Stone Buddha. "Thank you," said Mr. Rat. "You've been very helpful." Only then did Mr. and Mrs. Rat realize that their own kind rats possessed a strength they had completely overlooked. In the end, they understood that the true value does not always lie in status or size, but in persistence, resilience, and inner worth. They returned home and happily allowed their daughter to marry a rat, someone from their own kind who was just as worthy. The end.